11 days, 3,500 kilometres, 2 Aussies, 1 FJ cruiser and 1 kayak. We are going to explore southwestern Queensland. We've come up the Strzelecki track through Arkaroola, and where we're going is we're going to go from South Australia into southwest Queensland. We're going to go to Cooper's Creek into the Digtree, then we're going to take the Arrowberry Road up to Haddon Corner, up across east to Windorah. We are going to fish in Cooper's Creek at the Digtree and at Windorah. Then we're going to head in a southeast direction to Quilpie. We're going to paddle around Lake Quilpie or Hoodramon at Quilpie, camp there by the Bulloo River. We're going to head south down to Thargomindah and we're going to paddle in the Bulloo River there and try and find yellowbelly fish. Then we're heading east towards Noccundra and then south to Tibooburra. Join us as we explore and camp and paddle our way through southwest Queensland. Here's our campsite. Cooper Creek, Strzelecki Desert, August 2023. Pretty good, okay? Tent, FJ cruiser, and my big diesel motor. We are in the Strzelecki Desert. We are paddling on Cooper's Creek. That is the famous Digtree. We are in search of the story of Burke and Wills, 1861. Here I am at the Digtree campground. You can camp here. Pretty good spot, huh? So we've just been for a paddle. Here's our tent. Here's our fire. And just got a little hand line going down there on the Cooper. Brilliant spot as the sun begins to set. Cooper Creek, southwestern Queensland. Your beauty. Burke and Wills Bridge. Pelicans, beautiful. Out here on the Strzelecki. So here we are, Haddon Corner. This is South Australia, heading along the east-west boundary, and that is the north-south boundary of South Australia. So we're in South Australia, you can see its beauty here. Linda is just writing in the visitor book that we have been here to Haddon Corner, the very corner of South Australia. I'll just briefly now walk into, actually just quickly lift that, darling. There you go, so you can see it there, Haddon Corner. I think named after Charles Haddon Spurgeon, the great Baptist preacher, the Prince of Preachers. You should look him up. So South Australia, I'll now walk into Queensland. Queensland, you can see, beautiful one day, perfect the next. And we have got here in the great FJ Cruiser, off to the distance, the Queenslanders and thank you to Queensland. They have put for us here a lunch table that you can enjoy, right? There's also cattle in Queensland. South Australia, nothing. Nothing in South Australia. But here we are. There's cattle in Queensland. In South Australia, where I'm back now, there is about 1 billion flies. So we have actually come up the Araburi Road today. We've come up north from the Dig Tree, the Cooper Creek, where we camped, and we've come up basically through the northern part of the Strzelecki Desert into the Sturt Stony Desert. So here we are, Sturt Stony Desert, South Australia, Queensland. Queensland, this is what you think about when you think of Queensland. So here we are, having a great time at Outback Bound. Folks, we're on the Warrego Way between Birdsville and Windorah. The sign here, this is one of the attractions of the area. The pointer will direct you to view the hole through the hill, Mount Henderson. And so there it is, folks. We've come all this way. So far about, I don't know, 1,500 k's. There is a hole through that hill. You can't see it, it's too tiny. But there are some cows over there too. And it's beautiful, warm August day. I think that's what's awesome. The blue sky from one end to the other. That's the point of interest. Rather than being in Melbourne or Adelaide where it's freezing cold. I don't know if you can see us. But we've made it to Windorah and got ourselves a fire. How's this? Our damper for tonight. Nice work, Linda. Last night we came into Windorah at the town council camp caravan park. Look at the grass here. There's a fire pit. So having breakfast the next morning. You saw the damper last night. Beautiful morning in Windorah. Grassy site. We are on Cooper's Creek at Windorah. This is the bridge out of Windorah on the road to Quilpie. FJ Cruiser. We have come down here on the banks of Cooper's Creek in search of the famous Yellowbelly fish. So we have the craft, we have a hand line, we have prawns this time. Cooper's Creek down at the Dig Tree, which is down south 300 k's of here. We're a long way north. We caught nothing with salami and beef and bacon, but we got prawns this time. So we're gonna catch a big one. Windorah, actually, Aboriginal word for the name place of the big fish. So we're ready to roll. Well, under the Cooper's Creek Bridge, caravan and nesting finches. Finches everywhere. Crazy. Look at that. Oh, middle of nowhere. Cooper's Creek teeming with wildlife, let me tell you. And an FJ Cruiser spotting. There it is. We talked to them earlier, also from Adelaide. Here we are 2.5 k's up from the Cooper's Creek Bridge out of Windorah. Just noticed that big gum tree there. look at the water level on that trunk. The height that Cooper's Creek can get in flood. It's not that at the moment, but there's plenty of water. It's been a few good seasons, but my goodness me, it can rise, huh? Yeah, baby! Cooper Creek! Bring her up, you beauty! Cooper Creek, yeah! Look at that! Yes, look, yeah, looks like Yellowbelly, you beauty! What are you doing now?
What am I going to do with it?
Oh no, bring it to me. Here, turn around the video, swap. I wonder, oh, gloves. I wonder how spiky they are.
You got to just hold the top and fold their spikes down. This is the bad part of fishing, is you have to do something with the fish once you catch it. And then try and get that hook out of his mouth. Poor little thing. Got him.
See you, Yellowbelly. Yeah! Hooked the Yellowbelly. Hooked myself. There you go, just pulled it out of my thumb. What a fisherman. You beauty. Here we are. Cooper Creek. Finished 2 expeditions. Had a canoe. Linda, come on, do it.
Nice on top and cold underneath.
Windorah, Cooper Creek, awesome. After leaving Cooper Creek at Windorah, we've travelled 250 k's through to the Quilpie. We're at a free camp here on the Bulloo River. So great spot. Firewood just at your feet. Plenty of it. There's the Bulloo River. So for those of you who are not sure, we're probably, I don't know, 300 k's north of the New South Wales border and about 1,000-ish west of Brisbane. So a long way from anywhere. But Quilpie's quite a big town for this part of the world. The history of Quilpie. As a former pilot myself, of note, aviator Amy Johnson, famous woman pilot, landed here in May 1930, because she was lost. Because her map had the end of the railway line at Charleville, but the actual railway line ended at Quilpie. Because maps were out of date. So she landed here. It's one of Quilpie's claim to fame, a lost pilot. We're now at Lake Quilpie. This is the guard of the lake. So, anyway, here we go. This is part of the Bulloo river system, and we're in here for a paddle. So, just 4 k's out of Quilpie, and beautiful spot, huh? You can camp here as well. So we're going to have a paddle around here and have a look. We are in Lake Hoodraman, Lake Quilpie, and as you can see, river red gums here, out here on the lake. Not the coolabah tree of Cooper's Creek. The Windorah locals like to tell you it's a possessive S, named after Mr. Cooper, the Judge of South Australia by Charles Sturt. There you go for your history buffs. Things you learn from me. Some of the Lake Quilpie locals. Goats. And not that shy. Hello. Yep. Okay folks, a bit of a fishing, we've only got bread left, no prawns. So, so far in Lake Quilpie, a stick. Not bad, eh? Well done. One for us fishermen. So we're still in the lake here, and we're about to fish in the middle of it, but coolabah trees here. That size, based on the dig tree, at Cooper Creek, where Burke and Wills were meant to be rescued, that makes that tree over a couple of 100 years old, as a botanist of some renown. G'day guys. We've come out of Quilpie to the famous Baldy Top Lookout. It's a rocky outcrop out of Quilpie. You can see Quilpie there in the distance, the metropolis of. The FJ cruiser down there with the kayak. And looking into that distance, that's where Windorah is, that way. And the South Australian Queensland border is that way, heading towards Cooper Creek. And off to the south is Thargomindah, and back that way to the east, Brisbane, 1,000 kilometres. Spectacular red dirt, red rocks around here. Another lookout is over there. We have come south of Quilpie, a couple hundred k's through Toonpine, and now we are in the Bulloo River at Thargomindah. Now, we don't have the right kind of bait, but we're going to try with salami and cheese to catch a yellowbelly in the Bulloo. So here we are below the weir, Thargomindah. We have returned from our Bulloo River fishing excursion. This is above the weir. This is below the weir. That's the way we went, about 3.7 k's downstream. Not a bite. Might be the salami, or who knows. It was fun though, as you could see. It's beautiful paddle. We finished our Bulloo River adventure, and we're here at the Explorer Caravan Park, which is quite nice. Good facilities, but you can also have an open fire. So there you go. There's our fire, cooking a few snags. Linda ate the salad, and I don't know if you can see in the distance, but how's that for another sunset with the kookaburras in the background? Okay folks, we've come west of Thargomindah. We're now at the Noccundra Waterhole, or known as Wilson's River. There's our camp, FJ Cruiser. There's our camp on the banks of the Wilson River. The Wilson River runs north-south. It's the river between the Bulloo River and Coopers Creek. So we're going to have a bit of a paddle around here. It's a remarkable spot because it's pretty much another one of these rivers pretty much in the middle of everywhere or nowhere. Certainly in the desert region. We might have a attempt at a fish as well. Coolabah trees like in Coopers Creek up ahead on the left. Come on, under you go.
Oh my goodness, it's cold. Okay, that's enough.
Wilson's River, Noccundra.
Oh, that's freezing.
Far southwestern Queensland. Time for the bush desert shower. Not so bad.
Can't tell if it's mozzies or if it's a...
Sounds like a neighbour's drone to me. Here we are, Wilson River the next morning, Noccundra Waterhole. A little bit of cloud on the sky, I haven't seen clouds for days. So we've got up for an early morning paddle and set up camp, packed up camp to head down to Tibooburra, but paddle first, maybe a fish. Coolabah tree, sitting under the shade of a coolabah tree. So here we are at the Warri Gate, the gate between Queensland and New South Wales. Obviously you want to keep the Queenslanders out of New South Wales and the New South Wales people out of Queensland. Seems like it's COVID. It's probably got more to do with dingoes. Welcome to New South Wales. Doesn't look a lot different, does it? A bit like the Haddon corner, Queensland and South Australia difference, not a lot. Come down from the Warri Gate. That's north in the distance here, southwest Queensland. We're in Tibooburra, looking west towards South Australia. There's the metropolis of Tibooburra there. And looking south towards Broken Hill. Charles Sturt came through here with his team of bullocks and humans on their way to find an inland sea. In fact, there's a model of the 27-foot like whaling boat that they carried with them when Sturt hoped to find an inland sea. But sadly, of course, as he got up the Air Creek north of Birdsville, it wasn't to be. There wasn't what he'd hoped there was back in 1845. But those adventurers like Burke and Will's brave, crazy men. Is Aboriginal Land Council campground. $20 a car. And actually has its own natural beauty with the granite rocks and boulders and shrubbery, and today with the cloud and the light, quite spectacular. Great spot. It's also got flushing toilets and showers. Sunrise at Tibooburra. Well, I'm finishing our adventure here in Broken Hill on the load from the famous mine at Broken Hill. We've come down from Noccundra, from the Wilson River, Noccundra Waterhole, down through for a night in Tibooburra, down the Silver City Highway through Packsaddle and here to Broken Hill. So we're concluding our film now. Please like and subscribe for plenty of other outback bound adventures, and in relation to this particular video, go to the Burke and Wills video where you'll get a more detailed history of that event around Cooper's Creek and the Dig Tree. Thanks for watching.